I received a collaboration blood spec which included the official status of the starting Gotei 13 on August 3rd, 2007, which is during the arc. Let's continue. So, starting with strength at the top, which will be going clockwise at the stats, defense, mobility, aikido, intellect, and lastly stamina. Now that we got all that done, let's start the countdown.
Arigatou.
波ことごとく我が盾となれ、雷ことごとく我が刃となれ。創業の断り。
Shisho Gotei, the 13th Division Captain. His statistics are pretty impressive overall, and I would even say pretty remarkable. He's definitely a force to be reckoned with only his stamina falling behind, which is only due to the fact of his illness he received ever since he was a child. But overall, with a total of 490, no wonder, he's one of the star generation, which was one of the two first pupils at Yamamoto School. I'm the first I graduated to Captain rank. Also, fun fact, before his name was even revealed and he was only in Wiki's memories, Gotei received 1 vote. Also, when he was revealed as the venue captain, he also received 1 vote again in the next popularity poll. I really do hope that Gotei, one supporter, continued all the way to the end, and also that one supporter was the same person.
君を瓶詰めにした時に瓶に名前を書くためだよ。うるさいことだよ。挽回。この時期、足そぎ地蔵。
Mayuri Sushi, 12th Captain and 2nd President of the Shinigami Research Institute, is our next captain. With his strength and defense of 17, which is pretty solid. It's mainly there for filler, so he's able to probably stall out his opponents for his next gizmo and gadget to come into effect, or coming up with his next plan. His mobility is way probably because he's like lumping all that stuff on him, but I bet his mobility and survival instinct is higher because he can use his Zanpakuto to make him like liquefied. His Kido and intellect is 100, which is predictably remarkable. He's completely maxed out in those regards. His stamina is, 50 directly average, which connects probably to the same reason his mobility is low. Fun fact, Taido Kubo has stated in an interview Mayuri is his favourite card of the show. Also enjoy the Kubo Mayuri cosplay he did. Genpachizuki, the 11th captain, his strength and stamina almost seems bottomless, with how he gets stronger each fight despite the meant being max. Furthermore, his Kido is well established to be, at that level. His mobility is only slightly higher than average, but his defense allows him to stay alive. And also that defense is pretty handy with Genpachi's personality. with personality, being someone that likes to go his opponent's strength by allowing them if they can leave a mark on him. Overall, he's a guy with average intelligence, meaning he's just like your average guy. So he's no genius, but he's no man's fool either. Yes. His news actually also ranked 29th when unnamed, but in the second it ranked 11th. Quite fitting for our 11th captain.
なんで俺が試合に出なきゃなんない挽回大軍総理まで I'm living this life
Oh no, the stats are really things for someone to be considered as a jack of all trades but master of none. And it speaks, really well for his prodigy or tendency, sort of like title kind of, with him being not maxed out at any stat, but for every stat he's very promising and having a very, very remarkable skill in each asset. With a total of 500, he's only 100 points away from perfection. Tokyo ranked first in the 4th popularity poll.
挽回鈴虫追式閻魔航路鈴虫百式悲しみあれば受け取ろうわしに喜びあ
Conway Towson, the 9th captain, interestingly enough, sort of matches my away stance with both 70 strength and attack. Also have high keyed and intellect, although my gun beat, in the same way how Towson beats my own mobility and stamina. But overall, yeah, they're pretty similar statistics, which is pretty interesting. Fun fact about Towson, he also has a column in Gotei magazine, and his one is The Path for Justice. Despite its unpopularity due to Towson's position, he never got cancelled.
8番隊隊長強楽春水
花風乱れて家臣なき天風乱れて天魔笑う加点胸骨
誰
Anywho, Shinsei Kyoraki, 8th Division Captain, his stats are sublime, with basically every stat, either 90 or 100, although his stamina is a little bit lacking, which probably reflects his lax nature when he's, not taking things seriously. Of course, he gives his 100% when, he needs to, but I suppose when he isn't working hard or, fighting hard one battle, he's mainly just chill. Or potentially, has a low stamina because he's just too used to healing his opponents too quickly. He's not used to a long run battle because usually his opponents are already dead. About Shinsei is he's the only Shinigami known to hold Disembark that exists as two completely separate blades, Sword Steel and a Shikai.
困る挽回不上天元妙
Station Kumamura. 7th Division Captain. His stats of strength and defense being fully maxed out, or his mobility being lower than average really, is represented through his Bankai with like a ginormous force to be working with like a giant like Kabuto's with a samurai with Kabuto armor. Also it's kinda like a giant that, you know, that moves quite slowly and can't really dodge that well. Thankfully his defense is there to back up that weakness, or else he would be kind of blitz, because after all Bleach is a really speed based or fighting world, but overall it doesn't stop from Kumamura taking wins, so you know he's still barking up his way. The W, his Kido is 15, which is, you know, pretty decent. It's average indirectly. His intellect is very high, and of course his stamina is also maxed out, so he can actually, you know, last all his last 10 battles and also putting all of them last with his attacks. Also, fun fact about Kumamura is that we only see his we only hear mention of the Shikai state and also meetings that aren't manga and anime.
Bankai. 散れ千本桜影吉。
Okushi Byakuya, the 6th captain. His overall stats are already almost in a way kind of like Toshiro, except he is lacking in stamina, which I can only surmise is for similar reasons to Shinsei, where, you know, he's more used to battles where you just finish it quickly, so his body might not be like used to like lasting a long battle, because his usual foes die so quickly. In the first battle Paul with Ichigo, his fight with him ranked number 1, which makes sense, because even at the time, even now, not just that time, it's one of the most iconic fights in the Bleachverse. I mean, it's when we've all first seen, you know, Ichigo use his Bankai for the first time, and fought like his first major antagonists, because although Byakuya was really never like a villain, he was always very antagonistic at the beginning. You know, in classic, you know, major antagonist kind of vibes, it's revealed that he's not all that bad. Suzuki Aizen, former 5th captain and rank leader, has absolutely phenomenal stats, when mainly comprised of hundreds and 90s, with, its lowest being an 80, just shows you the type of man Aizen is. Its total, in fact, is 560, which is actually the highest total, mind you. And he's not the only one who shares his total. And with all that, we will get to that person very shortly. Fun fact about Kyoko Sugetsu's Aizen Senpaku 2. It basically has a proverb that basically describes its visionary properties through Chinese proverb that teaches one's temptations.
Fall back.
The fourth captain was Sunohana, had statistics of this way. For captain being one that has some of the highest statistics in the entire Gotei 13, with only ability slightly lagging behind, but she is very close to both Aizen and another character. And overall, Unohana is a force, despite being described as bona fide elegance and very gentle and kind. With a flip of her sword, she can scare both friend or foe like just ridiculous. They just knew they didn't want to mess with her when she's angry, or if there's something as that flame in her eyes. Overall, Unohana is someone that I'm very anticipated to see more. Unohana has a column in the Society Communications titled "Tis the Season," and another column that publishes recommending sweet shops.
ちょっと残念やな。もうちょっと捕まっとってもよかったのに。さいならランク。ごめんな。挽回。神死にの槍。
Ishimorican, former 3rd Division Captain, commanding officer in Aizen's army. Now I refer to Fyakuan Doshio as the integral traits for Master Nun, or I think it is the absolute perfect combination of that build-up with him being an absolute true all-rounder, being him having no exact weaknesses, which is pretty interesting. Basically, the only way to beat him is literally being a higher Daikubo 2004 Shinen Jump. Commentary, Daikubo revealed that he was very surprised by Inkin's response with the female crowd, as initially he wanted him to be very creepy in nature to the audience. Well, I must say that this did not work on me. In fact, I found him more mysterious and cool.
Lady Yoruichi.
Mother of all that is
It was so fun, the 2nd Division Captain and also the Sekido leader. Her statistics are perfectly suited for an assassin, with high mobility and stamina for these star missions and endurance too, and do these long Ultra One missions. She also has a reliable strength, so she has the trust, and she'll be able to defeat most of those in one clash, if needed to. Her defense is only slightly higher than average, as she is most expected, mainly wanting to not be seen. Her cadence outweighs poorly, only specialize in specific ones, only help with staff. Intellect is only slightly higher than average, which is still pretty neat. So she's basically the geniuses in the human world. And yes, overall, what an impressive character. When she first appeared in the manga, she did not have her two braids covered in a white ribbon. Now for our last character.
一切怪人となせ友人ジャッカー
Grand Captain, the Grand Commander, and the First Division Captain Shigekuni Yanamudia Ganu say, with statistics that could even be considered basinize, and we're basically 100 in literally every stat except stamina, which is only considered due to his old age. So considering his prime, he would be literally the pinnacle of Cell Society strength. No wonder he had this belief of being absolute wall of defense, because this guy used to be stacked in everything. No weakness you could abide him by, at least in combat. So but I must say, it's so interesting that Yamamoto Nice and was the actual peak of Soul Society with a total of 560. Anywho, final fun fact for this video, Shigekuni is his first name, meaning heavy important. And true, which I must say, on the topic of important, it means so to me that you watch all the way through. And hopefully you enjoyed it. I really do hope so. And with all that, have a happy day and bye.